Well, I'm pretty satisfied with this. It's within a foot, probably half a foot of accurate. I've got to get it down to within an inch before I'm actually going to start to nail boards together, bolt boards together. Anyway, what you're looking at is basically a quarter, well, not that much, of a gur inside a tulu up on the hill, made up of bed sheds, wedge sheds, faux cuts. That's pretty much it. So let me just go through this. Here we've got 1, 2, 3 bunk bed sheds, really. And this is the part that would actually be touching the ground. The rest is overshot. And what's touching the ground would be about 3.5 by 8. Yeah, 8 by 3.5. All right, then in between them are what I'm going to call wedge sheds. Touching the ground, once again, it'd be about, whoops, no, not out here. It would be here. That's what would be touching the ground. This would be cantilevered out, as all this stuff would too. So there's one of them. Here's another. And they're basically 6 by 3. 6 by 3. Yeah. And inside them, I'll have room to put structural corner cupboards. Structural corner cupboards, which faux cuts have. The faux cuts have them in the corners. It's just part of the whole basic design of faux cuts. Structural corner cupboards. All right, now this stuff is cantilevered out, and but that cantilevering would stop here. I've shown this before. This is 8 foot from here to here, bearing halfway, more or less halfway on this, which is also cantilevered. I can only show so much with my art skills and drafting skills, and this is a plan. But anyway, from here in, it would be metal. The roof, any structure, there's a column going up through that's steel. I can hang all of this from that column. This just represents, for size, what 4 pallets would look like if they were stacked against it. And that's the biggest fire that would probably ever be in there, and bigger than I think I would want. Now outside this, oh, and these now are passageways, a 3-foot passageway, or in effect a closet or a tiny room. I'm guessing that of the 8 of them, 2 or maybe 4 would be used as for egress, way to get out. Wayne Frost pointed out, and I knew that you had to have more than one way to get out of a room, and especially with the fire in there. But the other 4 would be available for putting a bucket there for like a for what do you call night soil. I can't think what the name is for a little latrine or something like that, for various things, or for storage. We'd have to just see. The beds are bunk, one here and another one on top. And now, if you go outside it, this is a faux cut, and it's one of 8. It's 16 feet long by 12 wide to the drip edge. But what actually would be on the ground is 8 by 12 foot 5. So that's the part that would be actually on the ground. The rest is eaves. Now, if I were to decide that I wanted, and they can be connected at the rafters, at the rafters right there and right there. I wouldn't have them quite touch in the building, but I'd be able to bolt them together if I was worried about wind. Same thing I could do back here if I really wanted to. Back right there. And if I built something in here, I would have to call that not a wedge shed, but a wedge gable, because these faux cuts are gabled. Their slope goes in both directions. This would actually have a gable in it. I don't know if you can follow that or not. And one other thing to say, and they're 2 stories high. 8 by 12 is the footprint, and with opposing central dormers not shown. Here, facing this way and facing that way, will be dormers. And these are built strong enough so you can garden the roof. Okay. 18 feet from the center of the fire to the outside of that bed. More or less 15 feet to the near part of the bed. Now that's a little far, but if you wanted to be warmer, you could just come on in closer to the fire and sleep there if you wanted. I think I covered it all. 8 bunk bed sheds, 8 wedge sheds, 8 faux cuts. They're 2 stories high with opposing central dormers. I think I covered it all. And I think I have enough material to do the girth the whole way around. I think I do. That's what I'll work on first. But I'm not quite ready. I'm still waiting for feedback. This is the 3rd thinking on this that I've presented. Bye for now.